What's up, America? Missing you guys. We are live, IntellectualRadio.com, which is an iHeart radio station. We are here with a whole lot of information, and we're going to be sharing it in this intellectual dialogue hour. We're going to be sharing information, giving introspection, and providing inspiration. We have $200 cash to give away, compliments of American Express. But I don't think nobody wanted, Khalil, so we may have to go shopping and spend that money. You know, we know spring don't want to act right, but we know it's here. It's just the weather don't show that it's here, but we know it's here. So here today, we're going to talk about the ups and downs of unemployment. A lot of people are being laid off, downsized, just terminated for whatever reason. And we're going to talk about how unemployment plays a struggle in your everyday life and some things you could do. We're also going to give you some job interview questions, and we're going to tell you how you should answer them. And then, of course, we got that $200 elevator pitch, compliments of American Express, for you all to have a chance to win by calling in. As long as your elevator pitch is under 2 minutes, you could be in the running for the $200 cash. Now, we're not going to force you guys to take $200 in cash, but, you know, we do want someone to call in and have an elevator pitch and win that $200. I did post a question of the day, the quick question of the day. So you go and get your hair done, ladies, and it costs $200. So in the midst of you getting your hair done, do you tip your hairstylist? Well, 20% will be exceptional, which will be $40. 15% will be standard, which will be $30. And then 12% will be actually considered poor, which is $20. Now, I see a lot of folks already sending in this $5 tip, so they would give them $5. What would you tip someone or your hairstylist and where you're paying them $200 to create the style of your dreams? So would you tip them? Some people saying they wouldn't even tip because the $200 is a tip. But the $200 is the cost to get your hair done. So we got that. We got a lot of crazy news, weird news, strange news that we're going to talk about. IntellectualRadio.com, which is an iHeart radio station. We got a couple of bills to pay. Grab you something to eat or drink, whatever floats your boat. Inbox somebody, tweet a friend, Instagram a friend, and tell them to get tuned in to Making Waves with Miss Darci. We are live here every Tuesday and Thursday, starting at 12 o'clock. Take a pause for the cause. We'll be back in a moment. Don't go anywhere with this news that you need to know right this minute. Back in a moment.
Hi, my name is Tina Olivia Pate. Listen to Making Waves with Miss Darci on IR and iHeart radio station, Tuesday and Thursday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. We love you, Miss Darci.
Hey, this is Lenny Williams, and I enjoy listening to IntellectualRadio.com and Making Waves with Miss Darci.
It's a new year and the first anniversary of our revolutionary acne treatment. To celebrate, we have an amazing new offer for you. Order Proactive Plus, and for a special limited time, you'll pay just $19.95. Imagine yourself with skin so clear and beautiful, you feel confident to go after all the things you want. Make it happen today with Proactive Plus.
That's a huge difference. Look at that. Proactive Plus makes me feel amazingly beautiful.
Proactive Plus is dermatologist developed to help seek out and fix problem areas on your skin. And it's proven to work 4 times faster than the leading prescription.
This product is doing it. I started seeing results with Proactive Plus within the first week.
Now's the best time ever to order because we're offering extra savings to first-time customers. Call 1-800-773-5681 to get our 3-step system plus free gifts and free shipping, all just $19.95.
I use Proactive Plus every day. Like, I literally use this stuff.
Divine Seafood Grill is an upscale seafood restaurant offering simply prepared fresh fish, premium steaks, an impressive wine cellar, and handcrafted cocktails. Sounds intriguing. Our chic, casual atmosphere suits any occasion with seamless upscale service. and seafood dishes that truly sets us apart from any other seafood restaurant. Throughout the year, we host exclusive dinners, fundraisers, wine tasting events, private parties, and more. Our privileged guests are devoted foodies and are the first to hear about it via email. You must get on the list. We hope you'll join us at our restaurants in Chicago, Illinois, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Oak Brook Terrace, Illinois. Making Waves with Miss Darcy every Tuesday and Thursday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on IntellectualRadio.com station, where we certainly feed your brain.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, Making Waves with Miss Darcy right here live on IntellectualRadio.com, which is an iHeart radio station. Now, I got to talk about this. I'm going to let the intern introduce herself before I get into this.
Yeah, I'm the intern, Khalil Scott.
So, during the break, I was telling the guys here about the death, DEATH, death tax. So, in lieu of Prince dying, the state that he resides in, which is Minnesota, because he didn't have a will, they have a death tax, which is known as the state government. They will assess a so-called death tax on estate taxes on Prince's assets, taking away more than half of his estate. Now, his sister had petitioned the court to divide everything up equally among the half siblings. Everything is on hold. But have you, Khalil, which I know I haven't, and I know I don't know everything, but I ain't never heard of no death tax. And they say it's in 5 states that they have this death tax. So not only will Minnesota get part of his money, so will the government. Does that make any sense to you?
No, it don't make any sense to me. It just sounds like another way that the country trying to get in somebody else's pockets.
And the man he ain't even been dead a month yet. I just don't get this. I don't get this. So they saying because he died without a will, leaving behind a multi-million-dollar estate, he has 1 full sister and 5 half siblings. And they're saying his siblings, which is his family, will not be the biggest heirs. It will be Minnesota and the government. Because of this death tax, Prince estate has been estimated to be between 300 and 500 million, not counting the vault with the new songs. If he was married, it would have been passed down to his spouse, tax-free. If he had any children, it would have been passed down to his children. But he had 1 son who died. So now they're saying without a spouse, 1.6 million of his estate will be free from Minnesota death tax. But the other 5.45 million will escape the federal death tax. So they're going to take part of his money, and they ain't even related to him. So they're going to get 16%. Minnesota gets 16%, and the government gets 40%. That's just like rape with your eyes open. So that's over. So that's 56%. So the Minnesota going to get 16% of his estate, and the government going to get 40%. That's, what is that, 56% of his estate?
Yep. It's not right to do his family.
So they said, depending on where you live, when the owner of a family business that has money dies and does not have a will, if they live in a state where death tax exists, the family members will not be getting half, unless the only way they would not get it is if the person that died has a wife or has a child. That is just unbelievable. So before the money is divided up among his own siblings, the money is going to go and then to the government, and then the other family members will money through. I don't even know what else to say behind that, but there you have it. That's news I thought everybody should know. So if you don't have a will, get your stuff in order. If you got money like Prince got, you better check and see what state you reside in, and if you need to marry somebody or have a child, one of the two. Now, this is bizarre news. Well, it's not even really bizarre. I don't even know what word you would put on this, Khalil. But the pastor, no, a churchgoer was killed in a fight over a seat at Sunday service. This happened last weekend. A churchgoer was shot in Pennsylvania church after a fight broke out over a seat in the sanctuary that was so-called saved. The argument started when a churchgoer told Robert Braxton III, who was 27, that he was sitting in seats that were reserved for two other church members that were on their way. He was like, "You got to be kidding me." He said, "The service is getting ready to start." He said, "You got to get up because you in somebody else's seat and I'm saving these seats." He was like, "Man, gone," because he thinking it's a joke, which I probably would too. Then they start fussing over the seats. The guy pulled out a gun and shot him. Everybody in church, everything ceased, they said in church. Everybody was stunned. They had no idea that the saving of a seat would turn violent. They had no idea that this person who attends this church walked in church in the sanctuary with a gun. The guy said that he flashed a concealed weapon permit badge. So that don't mean you can kill somebody. Your life wasn't threatened. He said he told him, "If you don't move your so-and-so out this seat, I'm going to blow your brains out." So the guy don't know now whether the man is serious, whether it's a real gun or not. They said all of a sudden you heard the gun go off. Everybody was in shock. They rushed the man to the hospital, who is 27 years old, and he died from multiple gunshot wounds inside the church. The 45-year-old gunman, who had a license to carry, was arrested and charged with volunteer and reckless endangerment. The 27-year-old's family is speechless. There were over 300 people at this service last Sunday. I mean, can you imagine that?
Nah, I know my dad, he's an usher at church, and he tell me some pretty crazy stories about how people get mad when they don't get to sit in a spot they want to.
But it's a public church. You ain't no sign. That's like me coming to area saying, "You can't sit there because that's my seat."
Right.
That's crazy. Wow. And now the 27-year-old has lost his life. It don't say whether he had kids or, or fact that you lost your son at church over a seat.
Yeah, people see things now.
They said the church dismissed, and bail was set at $250,000 for you. When you think you've heard it all, that's crazy. That's literally crazy. So now do time in jail. Wow.
Over a seat.
I mean, the people wasn't there. Church was trying. I could see saving the seat, but if you ain't there when church started, oh well, you got to go. See you. But now, if somebody come in with a gun and say, "Look, they late, but you better not sit in that seat," I ain't gonna sit in the seat. It ain't that serious for me. You gotta know what battles to fight. But I just think that's just sad all the way around, and my heart and prayers go out to that family. I want to thank all the employers that came out to Creative Choices 9th Annual Career and Job Fair. We posted this job fair everywhere, to all the libraries, all the chambers, all the high schools, and we got over 500 people registered on Eventbrite, and not more than 100 people walked through the Broadview Park District Friday from 10 to 3. So we kept getting all these calls, calling both of my phones, saying they were on their way, they couldn't find it. When they get off the bus, do they have to walk? For me, if you want to eat and you got to have a place to lay your head and you need a job, to me, you're going to do whatever it can. So maybe they're not suffering enough, because the one girl called and said she need a job. She's on our voicemail. She said, "Yo, I can't work on the weekend because I party. I can work Monday through Friday, but I got to be home by 6 because all my programs come on and say that." I look at the phone. I look at the whole phone on the desk, and I'm like, Is this like a joke? And she was like, "Yo, hit me back at 773. And I'm like, oh, she got to be kidding me. She called twice while we were at the Broadview Park District on Friday. And the message she left that day was worse than the message she had left prior. She telling you when she gonna work. She telling you that she party. No professionalism. Just unbelievable. Now, would you hire somebody like that? Would you interview somebody? Because they said looks can be deceiving. So would you interview somebody like that?
No,
You wouldn't?
no,
Earl,
never.
would you interview somebody like that? But see, they said innocent until proved. So they ain't proved themselves. So you wouldn't give them an interview?
No, not that she tell me she party on the weekend and she already trying to make her own schedule.
No, she making it. She letting you know what she can work and what she can't work. If today is your birthday and you're celebrating your birthday, happy birthday to you from Making Waves with Miss Darci and crew. I hope you get everything you want and all the lavish gifts that you desire, because you only celebrate your birthday once a year. So what we're going to talk about is the ups and downs of unemployment. Just being unemployed, because I've been there. Cleo, you've been unemployed where it just bother you.
Yeah.
So just looking for a job is a job. So you got to get up, you got to be mentally ready for people to tell you no, or to leave a message, or go online now. Because back in the day, they didn't have internet. So now you have to go online, and then you got to figure out, you go on the interview. They don't tell you whether they're going to hire you or not. They say they'll be in touch. So you don't know if they're going to call you or not. You may get a letter saying that you were overqualified or underqualified. You may get an email saying you were overqualified or underqualified. And it's stressful because they still coming and they want you to pay. They don't care about you, ain't got no job. They want their money. So that in itself is stress. It's rough. Now, even people that go on maternity leave, their job is not guaranteed when they come back. It's just so much going on now. Everything has changed. And with Illinois not having a budget, they say Illinois is one of the worst places to live, and people are leaving Illinois, going to other places to live because it's just so high to live here. And they're saying there's not a lot of opportunity here unless you make your opportunity. So here are some tips to stay positive in between your job. One, you want to plan your days out as if you were at work. So whether you got a to-do list, whether you're going to go online to Monster or to Career Builder, you're only going to spend an hour in the morning, maybe an hour in mid-afternoon, copying, attaching your resume and filling out applications. That's hard. Then you should keep some type of spreadsheet or file with all the places you've applied, maybe a phone number or the person you spoke to, the date and time, or email, so you can follow up after a week if you haven't heard anything. Because you're stressed, number 3, you should do some type of physical activity, whether it's working out, running, something, that you don't go throwing stuff against the walls and stuff like that, but some form of healthy exercise can make a huge difference on your mindset. Then when you're online or out for interviews, you want to space them out. You want to schedule some breaks, because what if you go on 5 interviews today and you told no? Is tomorrow going to make it any easier? So you got to space it out where it's just not so stressful for you. You want to make sure you get a good night's sleep, because sometimes people worry and they stay up, but they can't go to sleep because they were worried about how they're going to do that. And if you overqualified, that means that's why they should give you the job. If you underqualified, then if they're willing to train, then what is the problem? You just never know. And then when you go on the job interview, you gotta act like, even if you're not, that you're confident and that you can do the job. They say what's a strong handshake, eye contact. Make sure your resume is nice and clean and has no wrinkles, and it don't have no car stains on. Make sure you have on make sure you have on a suit or a dress with a jacket. Men, make sure you have on a collared shirt with a tie. Your pants. Make sure you looking presentable, because if you don't look presentable and you look like you wouldn't hire yourself, what make people want to hire you? What would make somebody say, oh, I'm gonna give this person a chance? So to get a chance, you got to show up as though you want this job. As I'm the only person, you ain't got to have no more interviews. Give me a chance. I know one lady said she had been on about 30-some interviews in a month. And she did the same thing to every interview. And somebody told her, when you go on the next, and it's the person that because they used at the end, say, do you have any questions you want to ask me? Or do you have anything else to add, or something like that at the end before they exit the interview? And the guy told her at the unemployment office, he said, Ask them to give you a chance. Tell them how to job. Tell them that you've been on 30 plus job interviews and you're waiting to hear back. If you overqualified, so what? If you're underqualified, all you're asking for is 60 days or 30-day chance. And she did that on the next interview the following week. And she started the next day. So like, I don't know if she went on a Monday with the new mindset, but she started like a day later. So sometimes we have to step outside that comfort zone. You know, we in this box and we said, no, we got to go on the interview, shake your hand. They said, we'll be in touch. If they don't call you, then you figure you ain't got it and you move on. And then sometimes we have to follow up with the companies. Maybe they done interviewed 50 people and they can't remember who is what, but they should. But then if you're calling, say, I'm just calling to check the status of my resume. I had an interview on this date and time with so-and-so. I haven't heard anything. I just want to follow up. Or sending out what they call it. What's the letter you send out after the interview? Like a thank you for the interview letter. They say you can email that, fax it, or scan it. A lot of people don't do that. You can do that. I know people who did that and got a response back. So everybody wants to do just the normal stuff. And sometimes the normal ain't in. Sometimes you got to step out and do some stuff. I ain't saying do it on crazy stuff now. But sometimes you have to step out to cross these hurdles with these companies because we don't know what the company is looking for. Maybe it could be your handshake or your eye contact, or that you are excited. You got energy. You can't walk in and say, I'm here for my 3 o'clock interview. Okay, what you want me to do? Fill out this application. This application on this clipboard. Okay, then. Well, somebody else coming there. Clear, you coming in. Good morning. I'm here for this job interview. I know you don't have, I'm the person for the job. They may see your energy and say, well, we're going to give you a chance. But you can't. I see folks go to interviews looking like it's their last day on earth. I wouldn't want to hire nobody, especially the receptionist desk at the front desk when you walk in the door and the first person you see. And good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Intellectual Radio. How can I help you? They'd be like, how can I help you? Why don't you sit down and have a seat, take a load off? So we have to watch. They look at so many different things. It's almost like you have to prepare yourself to go on the job interview. So we're going to take a pause for the cause. If you have any questions or you want to call in and do your elevator pitch for your chance to win that $200 in cash, compliments of American Express, Khalil's going to give you the number to call in.
708-223-8953. Again, it's 708-223-8953.
So up next, we're going to talk about the most job interview questions that are asked on a daily basis and how you should answer them. Making Waves with Miss Darci, IntellectualRadio.com, which is an iHeartRadio station. Back in a moment.
Those who depend on me.
I want to earn a little extra income now that I'm retired.
I want to work part-time while I put myself through school.
I want the freedom to follow my passion and still earn a good living.
With Uber, it's all possible.
Uber is a smartphone-based app that connects drivers with riders at the push of a button.
Uber is available 24/7.
It fits around my existing schedule, so I can work whenever and wherever I want.
Accept the fare, and a pickup is just moments away.
Riders are charged automatically through the app, and at the end of each week, I receive a direct deposit into my account.
Safe and easy.
Around the globe, Uber is empowering people to be their own boss.
You can run your business the way you want,
without having to give up on what matters most.
I want to earn more, save more, and plan for my future.
I want the flexibility to spend time on what's important to me. I want the security to be able to chase my dreams.
I want to be part of a growing company that's changing the way people move. I want to be an Uber partner.
American Express for travel and entertainment worldwide.
Just show them this, the American Express card.
Don't leave home without it.
Someday, I may even use it on the moon. It's a marvelous thing.
Oh! So you can replace plane tickets, traveler's checks, a lost card.
Really? That worked?
American Express's timeless safety and security are available on Apple Pay. The next evolution of membership is here.
It's a new year and the first anniversary of our revolutionary acne treatment. To celebrate, we have an amazing new offer for you. Order Proactive Plus, and for a special limited time, you'll pay just $19.95. Imagine yourself with skin so clear and beautiful, you feel confident to go after all the things you want. Make it happen today with Proactive Plus.
That's a huge difference. Look at that. Proactive Plus makes me feel amazingly beautiful.
Proactive Plus is dermatologist developed to help seek out and fix problem areas on your skin. And it's proven to work 4 times faster than the leading prescription.
This product is doing it. I started seeing results with Proactive Plus within the first week.
Now's the best time ever to order because we're offering extra savings to first-time customers. Call 1-800-773-5681 to get our 3-step system plus free gifts and free shipping. All just $19.95.
I use Proactive Plus every day. Like, I literally use this stuff.
I want to spend more time with my family and those who depend on me.
I want to earn a little extra income now that I'm retired.
I want to work part-time while I put myself through school.
I want the freedom to follow my passion and still earn a good living.
With Uber, it's all possible.
Uber is a smartphone-based app that connects drivers with riders at the push of a button.
Uber is available 24/7.
It fits around my existing schedule, so I can work whenever and wherever I want.
Accept the fare and a pickup is just moments away.
Riders are charged automatically through the app, and at the end of each week, I receive a direct deposit into my account.
Safe and easy.
Around the globe, Uber is empowering people to be their own boss.
You can run your business the way you want,
without having to give up on what matters most.
I want to earn more, save more, and plan for my future.
I want the flexibility to spend time on what's important to me. I want the security to be able to chase my dreams.
I want to be part of a growing company that's changing the way people move. I want to be an Uber partner.
These 100% beef burgers are stacked with bacon, sweet bourbon sauce, and apparently my mom's fave, spicy sriracha sauce. Eat it, don't tweet it, Mom.
Denny's Big Burger Bash with burgers starting at $6.99. Denny's, welcome to America's Diner.
Welcome back, y'all. I just got some information. It don't even apply to me, and I'm ready to go the extra yard for the person that it happened to. I'm telling you, I'm so fired up right now. People will be volunteering to help me, and they won't even know what the cause is for. Woo! Talk about a scam artist. Oh, don't even get me started. Okay, let me bring it down. Bring it down. Okay. So before the break, we said we were going to talk about questions that some job interview questions and how you should answer them. You know, we have the normal questions majority times. When you go into a job interview, me and Khalil going to do this role play here. So you go in for a job interview and they say, well, Khalil, tell me about yourself. And you know, usually we as individuals, we don't know what to say or how much to say and how much not to say, right? Mm-hmm. So if you go on a job interview and say, tell me about yourself, would you talk for 10 minutes? Or what would you say if I was interviewing you and I said, Khalil, tell me a little bit about yourself? What would you say?
I'll probably start off saying my name. Hi, I'm Khalil Scott. I'm 21 years old. This is a place that I really look forward to working to. I need this job. I'm trying to help support my mom, my family. You know, like I feel like if you give like a little bit of a sob story, that kind of softens everybody up.
It kind of breaks up the monotony, so everybody not on pins and needles, right?
Yeah.
So some people, I've had people that I've interviewed, and they start telling me about their neighbors, their grandkids. You don't do all of that in the interview. I'm about ready to go to sleep, and we ain't even got to education or experience. So you may not know exactly what to say, but it should be under 2 or 3 minutes. You shouldn't go into 10 minutes where the person sitting there you talking to is asleep. You have to know when they only said, tell me about yourself. They didn't say, tell me about your whole livelihood. So you have to know what to say. And sometimes you may have to practice before you get there. Mm-hmm. I did it before. Question they use the dream job, because you know people always ask you when I go to a job fair, people say, oh, I'm looking for a job, and you may have 3 openings, but they may not be what this person is standing in front of you on. So my question always be, what are you looking for? And I'll say, well, we don't have that. But what would you like to do? If you could do anything in the world that you could do every day, all day, and enjoy it. And so now the conversation has shifted. So, because what you want to be a RN. I ain't got no RN positions right here. So I'm not going to take you through no long, drawn out interview.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to find out, what do you really want to do? So if you can't be a nurse, what would be your next thing you would like to do? With me, it's got to be somewhere I'm running my mouth. I got to be talking. So as long as I'm talking, I'm okay.
Right.
I can't be in no room with no wall and no cube for 8 hours. It ain't gonna work. I got to talk to somebody. Get up, stretch, look out the window, be nosy, see what's going on in the other cubes and all that kind of stuff. So
right.
You want to find out what people really want to do. And then you say, why did you leave your last job? And you know they're going to check. So just tell them. If you don't want to use that job, then say you work for Khalil, and then get Khalil give you his phone number, and he your boss. So if you're going to put your job down and then say they can't call your job, that's a red flag right there.
Right.
You can't do that, people. So then they may ask you, what is your weakness? What is your strength? What do you know about the company? Because sometimes the company wants you to go on the internet and look up the company and see what type of company they got. They might, if they got benefits, if you get 2 weeks with pay, if you get holiday pay, if they pay you overtime. See, I'm nosy. I didn't know everything I'm getting, so that if I don't know what I'm getting, if they not giving everything and I'm on the interview, I'm gonna need to ask them other questions. So I got a vacation plan that I'm going to Aruba in 2 weeks, and I start next week. I'm gonna need to let you know that I ain't gonna be here week after next, because that's already planned.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to have that line of communication with this new employer prospect, I want to say. And then they might say, why should we hire you? Do you consider yourself successful? Have you been unemployed for a long period of time? Why did you get fired from your last 3 jobs? And you got fired from the last 3 jobs, we really ain't gonna hire you here. So, if a coworker had to describe you, you sat next to a coworker, how would that coworker describe you? So they're gonna ask you stuff that you ain't looking for them to ask.
Right.
So you gotta be prepared, and they're gonna look at your body language, people. So they ask you a question, and why was you fired? And you start moving around in your seat and looking up in the ceiling, they gonna know you lying. They gonna know. Because at first you were sitting like at attention, and all of a sudden you start twitching and moving your hair, playing with your earrings, men looking all upside the walls. They said this man and woman is lying. So you have to be careful. And they might say, well, when could you start? So if they offer you a job and they say, when can you start? And you got a vacation that's already paid for, you got to tell them. You can't leave the interview and then go home and call back, because then they may not give you the job. I know somebody who did that. They got the job. They asked for more money and got more money, but would not tell them they was going on a trip in 2 weeks that was already paid for. So I don't understand how people do, certain things. They might, and maybe this is a management role or a supervisor role. They may say, describe your job in detail. Are you a team player? Maybe you ain't good working with others. Maybe that's why you got fired from the last 3 jobs. You need to be in a cube by yourself, in a wall, in a room with a padlock. No, I'm just kidding. So they're going to ask you questions that you wouldn't think they're going to ask you. I'm going to post this. I thought this was really exciting, because some of these questions I wouldn't think they would ask, but it gives you the top, let me see how many questions, the top 34 questions that just about every employer asks. And so if you had this cheat sheet, you can figure out what you're going to say. They might say, you good under pressure, and you say, yeah. And then first thing something happens, you got your fist is inside the wall. So I thought you said you was good under pressure. You got to go to the ER because all your knuckles are swole. So, it's just some things we as individuals have to think about, because sometimes we are our worst critic. So I'm going to see if I can cut and paste the most asked job interview questions, and how we as the employee or employer looking for the job, how we should respond and answer the question so that we can ace the job. We want to ace the interview.
Right.
When that employer is looking at us, we want to make sure we make eye contact with them. We want to make sure that they're looking at us, we're looking at them. We're not fidgeting. Ladies, you don't want to have on for every finger you got a different color polish on. You got purple on your hair right here, but you got a blonde right here, and you got orange on this side. You don't want to have all of that, because that's a distraction right there. Because I'm looking at you and I'm parking my car and I ain't even going inside. I'm like, what? She got like 5 colors. So, they don't want to see a man come in where the shirt supposed to be white and the collar is all black. You see all the ring around the collar. They're going to be like, no, we ain't hiring him. So we have to watch everything. And then you don't want to look good just to get the job and then go downhill after you get the job. So these are some little things that we have to be considerate of, because if you're not doing these things, that's probably why you're still unemployed. So we're not trying to say anything negative. We're trying to give you some positive feedback that would help you ace the job. We're going to take a pause. If there's anyone that want to call in for the $200 elevator pitch, Khalil gave you the number already. You can call in. We're going to come back with the quick question for today. If you're at the beauty shop and your hair appointment for your hairstyle, that you're going to get this hairstyle that you've been dying to get, and it costs $200. Do you tip the hairstylist? And if you do, how much are you tipping? What they're saying, according to the survey, that if you're paying $200 to get your hair done, there's a scale. And so the scale is for poor. Oh, what did I do with it? If it's poor, I think it's $20 of the 12% is $20. If you are, I forgot now. I forgot what I said. But I think the 30% or 40% was $40, and then average was $30, and then poverty or poor was $20. So if you're getting your hairstyle, you're getting the style that you want, and it costs $200, would you tip the hairstylist? And if so, how much? I got so many folks that's typing $5 on Facebook. Y'all are a trip. So 20% is exceptional, which would be $40. 15% is standard, which will be $30. And 12% is considered poor, which is $20. Do you tip the hairstylist on a $200 hairdo? IntellectualRadio.com, Making Waves with Miss Darci. Back in a moment. So I'm looking at some of the responses that I have on Facebook, and I'm a little shocked that some women on a $200 hairdo that you would only tip $5. And you're saying the tip is included in the $200, but it's not. So if she went over and beyond and made your hair look better than what you anticipated, and you would only give her $5, and some people said they wouldn't give her anything. I'm glad I ain't doing hair. Because I'd be like, oh, you ain't going to pay me? Oh, okay then. All right. You're going to need to get touch up or something. You're going to need to come back for something. So I just think in this day and age, if you find somebody, see, now somebody just say, now see, ooh, okay, I got to read some of these. I got to read them. Okay, so Dee Dee said neither. Go natural and invest the money in your own hair. But it is your own hair. So I never did say it was a weave or anything. Angela Johnson, who has a show here called One Sister to Another, she said, you don't tip that hairstylist nothing. $200 to get my hair done, ludicrous. Okay. I know some folks won't agree. My girls at American pay this kind of money, fly to Cali, get it done, and guess what? It lasts 6 months. Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Angela L. Johnson, from One Sister to Another. This other lady say she gets $200. That's $20 of my working hours at $10 an hour pay rate. No tip necessary. Okay. Thank you for sharing your point of view. Khalil, if you was getting your girlfriend hair done and it was $200, would you tip the hairstylist, or would that be sufficient? The $200.
I'll probably give a $20 tip.
You'll probably give a $20 tip.
Yeah.
Okay. For me, it depends on how close she got my hair to look like I wanted it. And if a person go, because I'm tender-headed, first of all, so that's a job in itself, because I'm moving and I'm like, oh my God. So I think we have to be mindful that it's a job. And if she says it's going to cost $200 to do your hair, then you should give her something. Now, what? I don't know your circumstances. I don't know. But then if you paying $200 and you can't tip, I don't know. But I appreciate the ladies that did respond. I appreciate your honesty. I appreciate your responding. I'm glad that you did take the time out to respond. I know for me, $200, it is going to have to last a little while for $200 for me. I would love to get braids and let the braids last for about a month, but I'm tender-headed, one, and I am not going to take no aspirin just to get my hair braided. And two, my forehead is too big. Y'all see, I always got bangs. So I just say to each his own. If it's something that you really, really want, you're going to do whatever is in your power to get it and get it done. Am I right? If you got a job, whatever, if it's something that you really, really want and you don't, and the stream of money is not coming, you're going to find a way to get it. Because I know I have. You're going to find a way to get it, and you're going to do it legally, but you're going to find a way to get it. So before we close, let's quickly talk. I want to thank everybody for taking part in the show today. We had a couple of hot topics, but I just want to say, if you're an Empire fan, I just saw Empire last night, so that's why I'm kind of geeked. So Empire was kind of good. I think Cookie is trying to get back with Lucius on the sly. Yeah. And them boys are saying, we ain't having that. That ain't finna happen. But I think because now they want them to share Empire. Yeah. And they want them to run it together. So yeah. I don't know about that.
I know Lucius has something up his sleeve though, because when it ended, he looked at the camera when he was hugging Cookie.
Right. And then now, what's the youngest one name? The one that got Boo Boo Kitty pregnant. What's his name?
It's Jamal.
This is Jamal. The youngest one. I can't think of his name. Hakeem. So he's saying he gonna do right because he know how it was growing up with his mom in jail. But then we don't know what happened. They just showed that Boo Boo Kitty was rushed to the hospital. Yeah. So we don't know if she gonna be able to have a baby, if the baby gonna go for a term. You know, Lucius so sneaky. You don't know what he doing. He already threatened and told her she might not even have a baby. So we don't know. But I know the writer for this show, it had you on pins and needles. It have you wondering what's going to happen next. I can't talk about Scandal because I didn't watch it. I'm going to watch Scandal tonight so I can be prepared on Thursday when it come on. But I enjoyed, my other favorite show is Grey's Anatomy. Grey's Anatomy and these doctors, they have so much going on in their personal lives that is unreal. Now, I don't know if it's like that in real life, but they have a lot going on. I'm trying to still get into How to Get Away with Murder. I got all the episodes taped. I have not watched it, so I do plan on trying to do that this weekend. But I have to give a special shout out. See, I know people in high places too, y'all. Flint's Pamela McGee. Now, I interviewed her on my show. She was a guest on my show for my birthday. But Pam McGee is the first mother of a WNBA player, which is JaVale McGee, and now an NBA player, which is her daughter. I said it backwards. Okay, so let me do that again. Okay, so Pam McGee is the first mother of an NBA player, which is JaVale McGee, and now a WNBA player, which is her daughter. They both have degrees, so they have something to fall back on. So Armani has now been drafted. So she's going to be playing for Chicago Sky. So I'm sure Pam will be making some visits here to Chi-Town. And she is the 10th pick in the 2016 WNBA draft. I think that's just amazing for Pam McGee, and the fact that I know her. Her son, JaVale, is now playing for the Dallas Mavericks, and he's now in his 8th season in the league. He was picked 18 overall by the Washington Wizards in 2008 in the NBA draft. So I'm sure their family is on 12 or 10 dubs, 12 dubs. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure that she is a proud mom for her son and daughter to both be playing ball. The journey that they both, they're both gonna be playing basketball, and they both have degrees. So if that don't work, they'll have something to fall back on. I am so proud. I'm giving a special shout out to Pam McGee, hoping that she'll come to Intellectual Radio and give yours truly an exclusive interview and telling us how that made her feel. I'm so happy for the whole entire family. And on that note, that's just letting you know you can have anything in life that you want. And if you surround yourself around people who don't think that you can, find you some new friends, because they just jealous because they can't have it. You should be happy for anything that anybody is able to do in life. God blessed us all with gifts. It's just how we choose to use them. So I want to thank my intern, Khalil Scott. He's doing an amazing job. He got graduation coming up soon. So congratulations to him. Friday. And so nobody called in today, so we'll carry over the elevator pitch till this Thursday, next time we're on air. So in closing, I want to say build your own dreams, or someone else will hire you to build theirs, and that would be me, and we're out. Thanks for tuning in.
Are bill collectors calling you? Are you afraid to answer the phone? Afraid of lawsuits, garnishments, losing your apartment, house, or car? Then call us for your debt relief options. I'm attorney Peter Francis Geraci. Chapter 7 or 13 can relieve the debt pressure. Call us now for a free phone mini consultation, or log on to infotapes.com. We're the law firm you trust to get you out of debt.
1-800-401-4010.
It's 2 for $5 coming at you live.
Hey, sir, welcome to Burger King. How are you? See what he orders.
No pressure. All of America's watching.
Original chicken sandwich.
Big King! And the foul.
How are you going to lose when you mix and match?
Mix and match 2 large premium sandwiches for $5 only at Burger King.
Good morning.